got back, did a little bit. Now we hardy, puffy, tough, do-rag and Tim's. Kinda hard to get a job back out on the block. Charge that to the game. Young girl, she grew up in a rush.
Good afternoon, and welcome to Expose Under the Sun. I'm Sharon Dumas, your host, and I'm very excited to be here today. We're here today with Dr. Wendy Ringo. How are you, Dr. Wendy?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
Great. And tell us a little bit about why you're here.
Well, I'm here for a couple of different reasons. I'm definitely here to support Windstorm Running Fitness Wellness Event Productions and two of our upcoming events. One, the D9-15K 5K, which is a family fun run, and two, to support Stethoscope Scrubs and Sneakers, which is a 10K 5K with a kids dash component. So I'm here representing health, wellness, and all things fitness.
What made you decide to be in the medical field?
Well, my original thought in going into medicine was to help individuals, one patient at a time. But upon entering school and starting my discipline in medicine, I discovered that I was most interested in population health. And so, by way of public health, population-based prevention, health, wellness tips, things to help prolong and enhance one's life in general. So with that, the birth of Windstorm and really focusing on spreading the word as to how to live your best life, how to optimize the time that you have through health, wellness, and fitness.
That's wonderful. Can you give us a little statistics on African Americans?
Well,
just one or two
for
things.
one or two, I would say, well, as I know, for the city of Detroit, most adults, I should say, African American adults particularly, but most adults are overweight. And with that, that's surely alarming. And it's not just for the aesthetic piece in terms of what you look like or how you appear, but in terms of how that then translates to other diseases or comorbidities, be it high blood pressure, high cholesterol, often known as hypertension, for those of you who may know the medical term for high blood pressure, and other heart diseases and things of that nature. So just really being mindful of being healthy,
Right.
regardless of the size. Just focusing on being your best you and being as healthy as possible.
That's great. And your target audience is?
My target audience primarily is women. However, I'm not excluding the men, just so we know. I surely would like to be all inclusive. The reason for targeting the women, because women are mothers and wives, and we then recruit our friends and our husbands and spouses and so on and so forth. So in targeting women, I indirectly target everyone.
Absolutely. And thank you for targeting women, because when you educate a woman or a girl, you're educating the family.
Yes, you are.
So that's the best part. We kind of lead the family, even though the husband is the
Yes.
head of the household, but who really leads?
Well, you and I know that, but we won't say that.
Yes, I get that part. So tell us a little bit more about the first event that you're here for.
Well, the first event, the D9-15K 5K, speaks to the Divine Nine Greek black lettered organizations for college educated men and women, and really having an opportunity to focus on not only those 9 organizations, but also their families, their friends, and those who have supported them then and now, as they've made their transitions throughout life, and surely as a collegiate, and also supporting us at this time with our service-based entities that we have, and you may have heard of the many outreach efforts. So really wanting to engage those individuals in more fitness-based activities, and that's August 27th, and it would be held at Belle Isle.
Great. And is there a registration fee?
Yes, the registration fee is $25, and you surely can register today. We're about Well, we're 60 days out now that I think
Right.
about it. So we're 60 days out. So please, please register today. It will be a great event. We have some great goodies and race swag that we love to pass along to everyone who participates.
Wonderful. And can you give your contact information for it?
Well, the contact information, if you would, please reach out to us either via Windstorm at info@windstorm.com, and that's WENDSTORM.com, or info at the number 9 dash.com. And we'd be more than happy to respond to your requests and concerns in a very timely manner.
Wonderful. Now that's D9 dash,
D9
and the
dash.
date is August 27th.
August 27th.
What time will you
Yes.
get started?
We will get started at 9 a.m. sharp. So we really need you guys to be ready at the finish line. We will have on-site registration, which will begin at 8 a.m. for those people who may decide to register at the last minute. We will be able to accommodate you as well.
Wonderful. And we're so happy that you're doing these projects. So tell us about the second project you're here for.
The stethoscope scrubs and sneakers, fantastic. It's a 10K, 5K with a kids dash. So the kids will have the option of participating in either a half mile run or a mile run for the kids dash component, and it too will also be held at Belle Isle, though a different location. So you will not have the same route for my runners out there. You will not have the same route. Okay, just so we know.
That's important as
It
well.
is very important.
Right.
But I really want to emphasize the children. It will be October 29th, so we will have more of a Halloween fall-based theme. So we'll have a lot of cider and donuts and things of that nature as treats post-race, but we're really focusing on the family. I'm calling all of my healthcare providers to come out and participate during this event. So my researchers, nurses, med techs, my administrators, everyone, please come out and participate alongside with our patients and lead by example and show some health, wellness, and fitness in action.
Wonderful. And how did you come up with the name?
Well, now you know what, you put me on the spot there. But
It's a great
Windstorm,
name, actually.
windy, windstorm. So I was thinking of a way to bridge. I was just kind of throwing some things out there, and the tag for windstorm is break the norm, join the storm, windstorm. So
Oh.
instead of doing what we've always done, let's try to do something a little differently in hopes that we can live a lot longer.
That's wonderful.
So
And what about the stethoscope, scrubs, and sneakers? How did that come
stethoscope.
about?
Well, I really wanted something that had a STEM theme. Medicine is my background. I am a physician by training, and I really wanted to speak to the girls and boys who are considering science and or math-based entities but may not feel as propelled to do so. I really wanted to have an opportunity to discuss with them, or in a neutral
Right.
setting, some opportunities that may be available to them by way of health and science. And stethoscopes and scrubs just came to me, and I'm delighted to have an opportunity to present it on the 29th of October here in my hometown. I'm delighted to be back here to do just that.
And is there a registration fee? And what time do you get started?
Well, we get started again at 9, and registration fee starts at $25. But because we do have different race offerings, there are different price or fees associated with the different runs. But if you're interested in the 5K, it's definitely 25, or it
Yes.
starts at 25. And the kids run, I believe, starts at 15. Don't quote me, but you can surely check and please register for that as well.
And your contact information as well as your website.
The website, we are at windstorm.com, and that's WENDSTORM.com, windstorm.com. Info at windstorm.com. Let me slow down. and you'd be able to get information for both races. Or if you are most interested in the D9 Dash, which will be held on August 27th, info at D and the number 9 dash.com. But either way, windstorm.com, you should have all the information you need, and someone will be happy to assist you. Thank you.
Great. Now, are people expected to wear their scrubs in their, of course,
Well,
their sneakers, but their scrubs and all that.
Well, I would expect that they wear whatever's most comfortable,
Okay.
but it would be a nice touch if we have at least a scrub shirt or two. But actually, I'm thinking of passing out some scrubs as like our race shirt for the event. So I'm still toying with that, but we definitely will have our stethoscope scrubs and sneakers in some form and fashion for that event.
That's wonderful. And where did you go to school?
Well, I went to school here at Wayne State, Wayne State School of Medicine. I finished my studies at the College of Medicine, Health Sciences in St. Lucia. I'm a Western Michigan grad here, St. Martin de Porres High School, so let me give that as a
All
shout out
right.
as well. But I'm Detroit through and through, and I'm delighted to be here.
That is wonderful. Now, we're expecting everyone to come out and join the two races.
Yes.
One is on August 27th,
Yes.
and the other one is on October 29th. And we have to join Windstorm in making this happen for the city of Detroit.
Absolutely.
And you talked about 70% of the adults here in Detroit. So are you saying to the people out there who may not be feeling well that they should still come out and at least try to make this happen for
Well,
themselves?
I would say, hey, if you can't run, you can walk. If you can't walk, you can volunteer. If you can't volunteer, spread the word. So there's something for everyone here. I would
Absolutely.
strongly encourage us all to do what you can. Walk, stop, rest, talk, do what you need to do, but don't ever quit.
Absolutely.
So we have to begin somewhere, and today might very well be the start. You got 60 days, so if you're not ready, you can get ready.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And some of the diseases that we're dealing with,
Oh, wow.
especially heart disease, I know that's a big one.
Heart disease, hypertension, cholesterol, diabetes is also a really big issue within our
Right.
communities. And we just really have to make a concerted effort. It's a lifestyle change. Health and wellness isn't just a way of life, it's the only way to live. And so we
Absolutely.
need to be clear about those things. And it's a conscientious decision. We have to choose between the cheeseburger and the broccoli sometimes. All things in moderation, I would
Absolutely.
say. But if you know you may have a weakness for some sweets and goodies, that's okay. You just have to offset that with some good, healthy exercise.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Give your contact information again for us.
Okay, info at windstorm.com is the preferred method to reach out to us. We look forward to seeing each and every one of you on August 27th as well as October 29th. Bring the family. Both events are family friendly. Thank you, Detroit.
Absolutely. And tell us, why should Detroit support you in this?
Well, Detroit should support their own. I know it's like Detroit versus everybody, as they
Right.
say, but this is Detroit, Detroit, Detroit. So we're all one, and we should support it because the only way we can improve and strengthen our city is with each and every individual citizen. But your health is your wealth. It must start there. And if we don't start with our health, then we cannot accumulate or acquire anything else.
Absolutely. Well, Miss Windstorm, thank you so much for
Thank
coming on
you.
the
Thank you
show.
very much for having me.
Yes, and we're looking forward to people coming out and supporting both of these events. Remember the dates: August 27th for D9 Dash and October 29th for Stethoscope, Scrubs, and Sneakers. We will be right back.
I'm fabulous. Hi, Daddy. I'm fabulous. Young cat got back, did a little bit. Now we hardy, puffy, tough, do rag and Tim's. Kinda hard to get a job back out on the block. Charge that to the game. Young girl, she grew up in a rush, had it bad, no doubt. She don't know who to trust. Every man she ever loved only wanna crush. Charge that to the game. But it's all gravy. Hey, baby. Shots get popped, the cops shut down the party. Jeans sag low, blow smoke out of Dutchess. We got love for y'all, but y'all don't love us. So it's filling us a bird with switch lanes. Spin up all I do in them chromey things. Yeah. Our kids and funny names. Don't hate on us, we're fabulous. Prepaid sellers for local calls. Little dots and demons up at the malls. Said how she was a dime, so naive that she believed every single lie. 17, first time slipped up, about to have a child.
Welcome back to Expose Under the Sun. I'm Sharon Dumas, and we have our second guest here, and we're talking about health today. And I'm really excited to have Mr. Jonell Anderson. How are you, Jonell?
I'm doing well. It's a pleasure.
It's a pleasure to meet you as well. Tell us a little bit about your company and what you do.
Okay. The company I work for is Ream Safety, LLC. Ream stands for Real Emergency Action Management.
Oh, okay.
Our mission is to increase the number of households in Detroit that are CPR trained and certified.
Okay. And when you say educate the households, what do you mean? Do you go into the homes and do it, or do you have workshops, or how is that done?
We have workshops in and around the city, as well as we have an option for people to choose the location that they'd like for their classes. So the good thing about Ream Safety is that we're not limited to one location. We bring the classes to you in your community and give you the options that you need. Everything is interchangeable, and we can have an option for almost every business or person.
Well, I just want to thank you for having this type of company for the community. Now with so much going on with, we are expecting war to come to America. We need to know how to take care of ourselves. We don't know what's going to happen. I just believe that. And so the more we know, the better off we're going to be, the more we're going to be able to save our own, because I just don't believe that there's going to be someone there to save us. So I think your program is very, very timely. Can you give your contact information so people can give you a call and make sure that they take the class?
Okay. The best way to contact us is by visiting our website at www.reamsafety.com. You can also reach us by telephone at 510-371-4711. We'd love to hear from you.
And Mr. Anderson, I really think your niche as well are the churches and the nonprofit organizations that can get a group of people together and actually make it happen without people saying, well, can I afford it? So tell us some of the fees that you charge for what you do.
Okay. Well, our certificated classes that come with a 2-year certificate, those classes start from $10 and go up depending on the type of certification that you need. We also have no fee and donation-based classes, because the most important part is that we get people the information. The certification comes as a secondary part, but we want as many people as we can to know how to respond appropriately to cardiac and breathing emergencies if the need be.
Absolutely. Even the block clubs out there, we really need to reach out to you. So I believe in working in groups. I believe that it takes a village for real. And that, if you're watching right now, that you actually make sure you write down his information and talk to your block club captain, talk to your churches, your ministers, and let them know that you believe that it's necessary. Even the young people, even children should take it. So how young do you work with as far as youth?
Well, we have classes that are designed for all ages, from kindergarten to 12th grade, as well as adults. We have classes for any of those age groups. Now, as far as the certificated classes, the ones that come, like I said, with that 2-year certificate, we recommend that the students be at least 11 years old, just to put up with the physical requirements of actually performing CPR.
Right.
There's also a multiple choice test. So you have to be able to clearly read and understand the information to take that test. But once again, the information is the most important part. If you don't pass the class, you don't have to pay for the class, but you still take away the information.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yes.
Oh, that is very interesting. Give your contact information for us again.
Once again, you can contact us at www.reamsafety.com, or you can give us a call and talk to us about any classes or training opportunities at 510-371-4711.
Great. So tell us, what communities have you worked in so far in the city of Detroit?
We work all over the city of Detroit. We're based on the west side, so we've been kind of branching out from that area on, but we want to invite the entire community, this whole family of Detroit, to partake in our classes. We feel like we have great information to share, and it's really valuable, like you said, at this time.
It's very valuable. And how did you get into this? I mean, I think it's such a unique opportunity for, the classes to come to the community, because normally we have to go to the classes.
Well, I love to swim, so I was introduced to aquatics at a very young age. My mother, she pushed me towards swimming, and that's where I was introduced to lifeguarding, and that was also my first introduction to CPR and first aid and what it means. It's a really important life-saving skill to have, and it really does work.
Great. And you said that you offer more than one type of class. Is that correct? What are some of the others?
Okay, so we also offer OSHA compliant classes.
Oh,
So there's workplace training where we provide on-site trainings at people's small businesses or even large businesses. That way we can come to your location, your place of business, and instruct your employees on how to better manage workplace emergencies.
right.
We also cover bloodborne pathogens training to help prevent disease transmission and teach people how to do that.
Right.
A lot of different good stuff we offer.
Really a lot of good stuff. And so are you doing well with the OSHA, the workplace safety? At one time I did that workplace safety, and I wanted to start a business that just did that. Because of all the construction that's going on right now in the city of Detroit, you guys should be booming.
Yes, yes. With all the workforce development that's taking place in Detroit right now, the city is being rebuilt from pretty much the ground up.
Absolutely.
There's a huge need
Right.
for workplace training, especially surrounding the things that I mentioned, bloodborne pathogens training, as well as CPR and first aid. It's doing great.
Absolutely. I used to do it for a large construction company. Unfortunately, they're not in business anymore, but I know that that's important. So if you have a small construction company, and you need to be calling Mr. Anderson, because workplace safety is so important, and you must have that OSHA training to go on these jobs, especially these union jobs, all right?
Indeed, yes you do.
Absolutely. Give your contact information again for us.
We would love to hear from you about workplace training. Once again, we are at www.reamsafety.com, and our phone number is area code 510-371-4711.
I'm finding that lately I'm seeing so many car accidents, and there's normally no one there that can do CPR, and sometimes that's necessary. So it's so important that we actually call Mr. Anderson and take that class, because we don't even know if it could be one of our family members that something could happen to, or some of our grandparents, or our elders. It's so important that we educate ourselves, especially today. Now, you can believe that war is not coming to your neighborhood, but we don't really know that. And already it's like war with all the shootings and things that we're having. And so CPR is just going to be so important for us to know. Even some of the other classes that you offer is going to be so important, even for the young people. Now, I've seen news stories where young people have performed CPR because they learned it in school and saved lives. So if you're talking about age 11, definitely we need to make sure we call this young man. I am so proud of you that you would even have a program like this, that we can actually save ourselves. And that's just so important. And I have to tell you again, because they're going to call you to give that information again for me.
Okay, you can contact us at our phone number, which is 510-371-4711. We'd also like to hear from you at our website, which is www.reamsafety.com.
So have you had to save anyone's life or perform CPR on anyone in emergency situations?
Unfortunately, I have.
Okay.
And I've had to perform the full CPR regimen for a drowning victim.
Okay.
And it actually works. It does work. I was well trained, and the opportunity came, and I used it, and the skills do work. Actually, one of the best stories about that is that years later, I saw that same young child. He had grown up a bit, and he didn't even know who I was. So that means that the
Wow.
experience wasn't as traumatic as it could have been, and that person was at the swimming pool again, still swimming because of the opportunity that I had to use my skills.
That is so wonderful. So, do you believe that this is like your purpose? You know, sometimes we develop or we start organizations or companies because we have a passion for it. Do you have a passion for this?
This is definitely a passion of mine. I have a passion for community relations, just helping out my fellow man and woman, and just the way my life went. You know, starting in aquatics, learning to love the different aspects of being a first responder. It really helped me to devise this idea and bring it to life here in Detroit.
Wonderful. That is great. Okay. Now, I know I've said it several times, but please, my community, this is a young man, and we want to really support him. Not only support him, but we want to be able to save the lives of our own family or community. So, as we close, can you give your contact information again? Please call too.
We would love to hear from you. You can reach us by using our website, www.reamsafety.com, and our phone number is also available at 510-371-4711. We'd love to hear from you.
Great. So we're talking about summer programs, small construction companies, block clubs, churches. You need to call Mr. Anderson to make sure the life we save may be one of our own. You have been watching Expose Under the Sun. I'm Sharon Dumas, and we'll see you next week.
I'm fabulous. Hi, Mommy. Hi, Daddy. I'm fabulous.
Young cat got back, did a little bit. Now we hardy, puffy, tough, do-rag and Tim's. Kinda hard to get a job back out on the block. Charge that to the game. Young girl, she grew up in a rush. Had it bad, no doubt. She don't know who to trust.